Good evening, my fellow delinquent. It's the Mr. Long-Legged Mac Daddy, TNG, and we're back with another top 5 camp locations video. The first one we're taking a look at is perfect for if you're a hermit. As you can see, this location has a nice little cave at the back of it. You can build into it, but it is full of shit. It would make a nice low-friendly camp though. Don't know why you'd want one. You can get foundations in here. It does get a bit tricky placing them down though. I have had this whole area walled off once out of the 6 times that I've built here. It is doable, but like I said, it's tricky. The terrain isn't brilliant for building on because it's not flat, but this whole area is screaming out for a camp style build, you know, with tents and whatnot. Possibly a Vault-Tec shelter entrance kind of area, because what you could do is wall off that cave and then put the big shelter door against it and have this like the, you know, like the staging area outside. Just an idea. Anyway, let's take a look at the next one. Right, so the next one is just down from the Darwin Sisters lab. It has a fair few NPCs and a couple of pre-existing structures. It's even got a tractor. Dear God, that is fucking beautiful. Now, the NPCs are fantastic, but every time I've travelled here, they've been having a scrap with various wasteland creatures, and trust me guys, it gets old really quickly. It's also got this farmy area at the side where you could put your crops, or even better, you could put the rodeo cow there. I can see myself now in a hat wearing arseless chaps. Absolutely fucking fantastic. There's even more tractors out back and a massive wood pile to ferret through. This location just keeps on giving, doesn't it? Tractors, wood, NPCs and some perfectly preserved pre-war buildings. I say preserved, but you may want to take a look at these. They're not brilliant. Yeah, they've kind of got a couple of holes in them, but it'd be alright, you know. A couple of barn walls here, a couple of concrete walls there. It'd be fine. See, this one ain't too bad actually. Well, no, it's fucking terrible. Anyway, from one location to another, let us proceed. Right, so this is probably one of my favourite locations in the whole entire game. It's absolutely brilliant. You're out of the way, there's this big body of water you can build on, and the views when you get closer to the cliff are absolutely stunning. I had my camp up here for about 62 years before I moved down to the forest. Really mint location, this one. You got this big cliff face behind you, gives me PTSD every time I look at it. The only issues I've ever had really here is scorched beasts like to come and say hello, as do high level super mutants, which is a ball ache. This is the view that you have. When a nuke drops, you do get a fantastic shot of it. Photo mode is brilliant round here, trust me on that one. And if you move a bit closer to the cliff edge, which I don't like to do, you're met with this view. You can also build your camp here as well. Now, I actually forgot to record the map marker for this, but I think we all know where it is. It's at the Whitesprings near the giant snake map marker. You'll see it on the next location we visit. I managed to capture it on there. This place, again, is probably one of my most well-loved places in the entire game to put your camp down. There's loads of areas around it as well where you can place your camp, plenty of flat ground, and all in all, a top location. Seriously, consider putting your camp here. There is this little pre-built structure that you can build into. You do have to pick the lock every time you log in, which gets on my tits, but you can get generators in there, and I think you can just about force a vendor in there too. There is an issue with Fireworks, but it's not all bad. Sometimes they are 3-star legendaries, and it provides you with food. Right, so this location is a bit love-hate for me. It's just near the Miners' Monument. It's brilliant for diner builds and garage builds, but there's a problem with robots. But as you can see, look at that. It's a car park, it's got cars in it. If you wanted to put a diner here, or a cinema or something, it would fit in perfectly. There's no other location like this that I know of. That's the issue there though. See them two robots, the Mr. Andy and the Protectron? They're not too bad. They are a guaranteed spawn, but there is an Assaultron that likes to come along and fuck you up the arse while you're building. She is a knob. But other than that, guys, if you keep away from over there, you should be okay. There is Scorch Beast here though. It can get a little bit hectic, but you'll be fine. Don't worry about it. Camp placement, you're pretty limited to the middle of the car park. You can't go up towards the monument, but trust me, you really wouldn't want to. When you log in, getting bum raped by a fucking Assaultron is not a good way to start your gaming session. Anyway guys, I hope you found this video enlightening and helpful. You probably didn't. Stay safe and go chase some squirrels.